Alright, it is official. It is official starting Saturday night that Terence Bud Crawford is the greatest fighter of this generation. And he might be top 10 all time. I'm going that far with it. I think Terence Crawford is top 10 all time, bro. Because what he did Saturday night, it's no pun intended, it's undisputed. It's undeniable. You have to have these kind of conversations when you're talking about Terence Bud Crawford. Now, before I break down the fight, I want to say this because I know on this channel I haven't made any videos regarding Terence Crawford and, you know, where do I stand in terms of the fight. This was my stance on it. I was 50-50 on the fight. And I'm going to tell you why I was 50-50 on the fight. It was never the skills. I never doubted the skills. I've always said Terence Crawford has the skills. I thought he was more skillful than Canelo. It was never about the skills that I was debating. It was always, can Terence Crawford take them punches? Leading up to the fight, I had two questions. One, can Terence Crawford take them punches? And two, a question that nobody was asking, but I was curious about it. What if Canelo couldn't hurt Terence Crawford? I didn't see that. I didn't see that question going around, but I wanted to ask that. What if Canelo couldn't hurt Terence Crawford? Because everybody's saying they'll always be talking about the power, but I always was curious about that. What if he can't hurt Terence Crawford? Because from what we see, Terence Crawford is a dog, bro. He is a dog. Listen, he might be the perfect fighter, dude. He might be the perfect fighter. Terence Crawford might be the perfect, because it's like, what is it that he don't have? He can fight you on the inside. He can fight you on mid-range. He can fight you on the outside. He is a switch hitter. He has a deep understanding when he's switch hitting. It's like, what is it that he don't have? He has power. He has speed. He has IQ. He might be the perfect fighter. The way how we're talking about Floyd, we got to talk about Terence Crawford in that same sense, bro. What is it that Terence Crawford don't have? Now, let's break down the fight, right? What hyped me up when I knew that Terence Crawford was the real deal. I always knew he was the real deal, but the moment I knew he was the real deal, that he was dog, was when he started to turn up on Canelo. Bro, this dude was in the pocket dogging Canelo out. The way how everybody was making it seem like, yo, if you start to fight him, he might get knocked out. He was in the pocket with him, dogging him out. In the pocket. He was in the pocket just slipping, beep, 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 beep. He was dogging him, bro. I was like, oh yeah, this fight's over. When I seen that, I was like, yeah, this fight's over. At that point, I knew Canelo couldn't do anything else, because that was the only thing he had. That was the only thing he had left. When he was getting outboxed on the outside, I was like, okay, boom. Terence, he could just outbox this dude. Okay, cool. But when he was in the pocket and Terence Crawford was dogging him out, I was like, yeah, this fight's over. This fight's over. At that point, there was nothing left for Canelo to do. Canelo even said it himself. He was like, yo, I tried my best. He had everything. He had the inside work. Like, it wasn't like he was just, you know, tipping. No, he was standing his ground, defense intact, and still he was wilding on Canelo. I was like, oh yeah, this fight right here is done. This fight right here is done. This fight right here is done. When I seen that, I said, yeah, this fight's over, bro. This fight, for you to be the bigger man, and he's stepping to you and whooping on you. Yeah, this fight was over. It was over, bro. But that's how I knew Terence Crawford is the real deal. Because no moment, no fight is too big for him. Nothing is too big for him. Nothing. For him to be the quote-unquote smaller guy going into the fight, finding a bigger guy or what was perceived to be the bigger guy, and you're stepping to him, I knew there was not one fight that is too big for him. Not a moment that's too big for Terence Crawford. And what this fight tells me, If he was to fight Boots in this, I think he stops Boots. If he was to fight Jermell Charlo, he stops Charlo. That's what that tells me. That's what that tells me. The IQ, right? He's reading what Canelo was doing and he's adjusting to that. It was a clip where Saul, he went to go and peel Bud's arm down and throw a straight. Terence Crawford dipped under that and threw a left. But of course, it being Saul, he rose, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's good at that. But the fact that he was able to react to that in real time, see, people don't understand how fast, like, for him to do that, that's high level IQ for him to do that. Because to us, it's slow, but to them, it's like 1,000 speed. You know what I'm saying? So for him to quickly react to that, duck under the punch, and counter him, that shows me that there isn't a fight that's too much for him, that he can adjust to anything. Because one of the biggest things that I wanted to talk about was people was acting like Canelo doesn't have skill, bro. Canelo has skill. Obviously, I think Terence Crawford has more skills, but Canelo has skills. He was doing things in the fight. He was adjusting to what Terence Crawford was doing in the fight, right? In spurts. But then again, Terence Crawford having the IQ that he has, being the masterful counterpuncher that he is, he was able to also adjust. And his adjustments beat Canelo adjustments. So it was just a great, masterful fight, a great high chess match between two high-level boxers. I love that fight. I love that. I'm going to watch that fight again because it was such a great fight. Mainly for Terence Crawford, I'm not going to lie. That was such a great fight. And I'm going to end it off with this. We could all agree, Terence Crawford, Fighter of the Year. We gonna, you know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford, Fighter of the Year. And to just understand what Terence Crawford just did, bro, he is the first 3-time undisputed fighter since Henry Armstrong. Now, for those who don't know Henry Armstrong is the epitome of a small guy that goes up multiple weight classes and puts in work. I forgot the dude that he fought, but Henry Armstrong is like 5'5", bro. He fought at middleweight. I think he lost the fight. But that just goes to show, like, he's the epitome of that. A small guy going up multiple weight classes and still being able to compete. And for nobody to do that but Terence Crawford, that only just maximized the impact. It just maximizes what Terence Crawford had just done. Nobody else, not Floyd, not Pacquiao, not nobody, not Bernard Hopkins, not Roy Jones Jr. Nobody else has done that other than Terence Bud Crawford. That is big. So we have to, when we talk about Floyd, whenever we talk about guys like Pacquiao, whenever we talk about guys like Marvin Hagler, whenever we talk about guys like Sugar Ray, Sugar Ray, you know what I'm saying? Like, people that, whenever we have conversations of that sort, we gotta throw Terence Crawford in there. And after Saturday night, we definitely have to throw Terence Crawford in there. Because at this point, I'm not even sure what fight there is left for Terence Crawford to fight. He already said he's not going back down to 154 pounds to fight Boots. And honestly speaking, I don't think he should fight Boots at this point. Because it's like, what other fight is there for Terence Crawford to fight? You just did the impossible. You just did something that many people didn't think you was able to do. And that's beat Canelo Alvarez, bro. Who been reigning at super middleweight for 7 years. I just seen a post. They was like, this is the first time in 7 years where he's waking up with no belts, with no titles, bro. He's been reigning over that division for years, bro. And for you to go up in weight class, go up 2, maybe even 3 weight classes and beat him, decisively beat him, that is huge. So again, I want to reiterate, when we have these conversations about some of the greatest boxers in the world, some of the greatest boxers that has ever graced the planet, we have to throw Terence Bud Crawford in the conversations. And on that note, if you are new to the channel, when you enjoy any of this content, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and comment down below y'all thoughts and opinions about the magnificent fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. And what do you guys think about the fight? And also, how do you guys score the fight? And if you are new, make sure you hit that red button that says subscribe and click that bell. And make sure that that bell is turned on to all so you don't miss out on any future uploads like this one. And as always, it's your boy, Remy, and I love you guys. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.